Last
got
time
it.
on
Nobody-
You
Pathfinder,
hasn't been thinking about Pathfinder all week.
last
I
time
got a
on
new
Pathfinder, the
guy.
High Elves descended from the heavens as
What were they doing
up
like
there?
angels themselves.
No,
What were they
from
doing up
stinky
there?
elf world.
Also,
For the
wait.
trash.
Yeah. They call themselves high elves.
Do you think they drop piss icicles?
Yes,
Yeah.
you know they do.
Hmm.
That is a good
If you
question.
had-
How do the High Elves deal with their waste, Styles?
They disintegrated.
Maybe
Ah,
it is stinky
okay.
up there. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're wizards. I see. All right. Unless they put it on fire, and then it's really stinky up there. It smells like burnt piss and shit.
Nope.
Flying turd castle.
Burnt piss?
They wait a second. You're right. That doesn't make any sense.
They have solid piss.
Solid piss.
I don't know. I
It's
think
just
you
like-
can burn
they
a
made
pit.
a they
It's
made
like
a
with
piss
the
a piss
mechanical
a piss
pencils.
golem.
No, it's like a mechanical pencil, right? It just like comes out as like one rod, really slowly.
Yeah, Ugh, never mind. I hate that one.
One thin rod.
Like
It,
a spaghetti.
rashes it out, like click,
Like a
click,
dry
click,
spaghetti.
click, 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 click. Yeah, like a dry
As
spaghetti.
someone who has passed a kidney stone,
Oof.
That's how it goes, right?
no,
Oh,
that sounds worse. Never mention this again. We're moving on. So last time, you went to the bandit camp south of town name.
Katsune.
Sorry, I had a syntax error. South of Katsune. And actually, we're able to deal with it quite amicably. The bandit camp was relatively new. The bandits, having only really begun in their career of banditry. And it turns out that when faced with the rather...
Army.
no, not the army,
It's
just
us.
you guys.
Yeah.
You all have a bit of a reputation now as people who will just tear through.
We just showed up
a
at the party
group
and
of
like
100 people fairly easily.
they were like, "Oh shit!" Never mind, we're out.
The jig's up.
Like fuck this shit.
So,
Look, you see
and
how big
as a
her sword
result-
is?
Exactly. At this point, pretty much all of you have a reputation as being people that can very easily slaughter a large number of other people that were trying to kill them, and as being generally reasonable, except for maybe Gulpal Fig Newton,
I'm super reasonable. What do you
who
mean?
has a reputation of being reasonable. Well, doesn't have much of a reputation at all because he's only been in Saruga for a couple months.
Everybody knows of Gulpo Fig Newton.
You're
He's only secondly as well known as the famous Zanzibar.
right.
Yep.
The famous Zanzibar exhibited their exceptional arcane prowess in creating a bubble to sleep in while there's a storm.
Nice. Great job, me.
Unfortunately, Batfire was not able to enter it because he is a large creature and it would have collapsed the spell.
Well, horses love water.
Yes.
Yeah, I sure did love water because it rained.
It's not your character.
Batfire
Oh.
caught pneumonia,
You have no power over him anymore.
Oh.
but Shunichi...
I thought for a second that this was another bet by R because I actually confused the two.
He caught pneumonia? The fantasy disease pneumonia?
Yes,
Just
as
because
it
of the
turns out,
fantasy
actual
world.
diseases exist as well.
Yes.
What? That's crazy.
Um,
Just cast
There is-
cure disease.
well, yeah, that's the thing.
That's literally what we
That's
did.
what Shunichi did.
Yeah.
Shunichi has cure disease on his stick.
Is
just in case.
pneumonia a bacterial thing?
Pneumonia is really a symptom, and it can be caused by multiple diseases.
Because I'm just
Uh,
kind of curious, like, how would these viruses survive? Like, they wouldn't be able to continue to propagate because you wouldn't ever, like the
Cure
virus wouldn't
disease
be
and
able to
magic
spread.
is not as common as one
Okay.
might be. One might think being an
Sounds.
adventurer.
Can you cure cancer with magic though?
Probably.
Probably. It's,
damn.
I would say that I would rule that cancer is a disease and can be killed by removed disease.
Sick.
Yeah.
What about
it'd be really
depression?
nice to
Well, did it?
have. remove disease, I don't think has an effect on mental health.
Man, come
Man.
on.
No, I know, and as much as that would be nice to do,
It's a fantasy land, Sal.
Hey.
that's true. I don't use horrors.
Doesn't greater restoration do that though?
Work
Ooh,
on
it does.
depression?
Yeah. Because
Well,
one time,
it can-
I remember one time Scylla went crazy, but we used greater restoration and cured him.
Well, yeah, but that was crazy
That's-
because of the actual insanity spell, which
Right.
specifically requires greater restoration. The thing about that was really funny when they just kept trying to when Silva and Baelithor both went insane and kept trying to bite each other. The thing about this game is that I don't use the sanity rules, so there isn't a subsystem for dealing with mental health. which is
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Yeah, honestly,
It is almost certainly not something it is equipped to handle.
yeah, I think I prefer it that way overall.
But I better know what system probably is. Pathfinder
Call of
Vices.
Cthulhu. Oh, Pathfinder
No,
Vices,
that's
absolutely. Equipped
Probably
to
not
handle
true.
any situation.
Did I hear Pathfinder Vices?
Why did you do this?
Pathfinder Vices.
Why do you?
Open document.
Why
Okay.
do you keep doing this?
Just scroll. Gestation. Huh.
No.
No.
Can undead have
No.
children? Huh.
No.
The answer is yes, actually, but
Short answer, no. Long answer, maybe. A gentle repose spell can preserve the reproductive organs of
No,
a
I remember
vampire.
this section. It's the worst part of the book. Don't read any more of it.
Alright, so
Um,
Sal's. What was next?
vampires
Well.
sort of can, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway,
They've become privateers.
yes, about a third of them. You have recruited about a third of them to be a crew of new privateers for you guys. You just need to procure for them a ship because they need a ship. In order to be
that's-
privateers, otherwise they'll be very, very useless privateers. About another third of them have joined the army, and another a little bit more of the third, really is 40% have just decided to, you know what, maybe being a bandit wasn't such a good idea. Maybe I'll just go back and be a farmer, like a person who doesn't want to be killed.
Where are they going to
Yes.
get the land from?
Well, they had to come from somewhere, so if they go
Yeah.
back to their old villages, presumably
to-
they'll be able to find some work. You've been expanding your
They can get employed at
industry
one of our main
and-
sawmills.
One of our many sawmills.
Yeah, exactly. There is no want for employment on
Yeah.
Surugu. If I wanted to actually impose something on you,
Oh no.
Impose something on us.
Oh no. There's
No,
too
that's
much.
not
There's
fair.
too much
We-
employment
we-
available.
We only rolled the beneficial city event. We didn't roll any other kind of event.
exactly. So I cannot inflict underemployment to you on you. But
Well,
just
and
you
how
wait.
could you inflict? Oh, underemployment meaning the sawmills don't have like people to work them.
Yep.
Uh.
So, what else happened? Kasumi, you also met a one person refused to bend and decided
So-
to keep it.
So you snapped
Um,
him.
Pow exhibited to him that he was completely out of his depth and league. But while doing so, he exhibited latent terrakineticist.
Oh
capabilities.
yeah, the Earthman.
Yep. He slung a rock at Pow, and I was like, oh shit, it's my time.
Does he have a funny voice?
No.
He
What?
talks like this.
He's just a punk.
Yeah,
Ah.
he's just an excitable 19-year-old.
Little whippersnapper.
So you now have a Irator geokineticist named Ara Takahashi as a follower.
All right,
He
to
is
the
a
mines with
level
him.
1 terrakineticist. don't get him killed.
Let's take him on all of our adventures.
Gonna die
Oh, he's-
instantly.
I told him explicitly to,
He has
not
11 HP.
get in fights.
So,
One of us threw an improvised weapon at him, he would die.
leaving the camp, you made your way back to the road, and whereupon Sada did not notice this because she was too distracted by a cloud, but
Cloud
your
that looked like a
party-
dog. Excuse you.
Yes, it was an extraordinary cloud. That did look like a dog. It really did.
Yeah.
But it was clearly not the important thing because next to it was the floating city of the High Elves, the one that makes a circuitous figure-8 route across the Broken Coast every couple of years or so. It has currently floated its way towards the northernmost portion of its route, which happens to be over Sarugu.
Fire all cannons.
We have no
The-
cannons.
Damn it.
Yeah, you don't have any cannons, and
Activate the blood spa.
you do not have a blood spot either.
Okay, fire the volcano then. That's got to do something.
The volcano cannot be fired. It is not actually a weapon.
Imagine if it was, though, if we just had one really big cannonball in the volcano.
Fire it straight up.
It just lands back down and meteor strike impact on Saruku. We didn't think that one through.
Huh. Oh, I suppose we deserve this. Everyone dies. But yes, and so you hurried back to Hayaba and reached Hayaba as the slow floating form of the city grew closer to your own. You visited briefly with Pascal, where he gave you a bit of a lowdown on what the city is, as he had done some research. It is the elven city of Amberiliath. And,
What are they like?
well, he's going to try and find out.
Oh.
The thing with the elves is that they don't really trade much unless they come down to you. They don't really appreciate people approaching them.
Well, we don't really appreciate people, elves approaching us. It's mutual.
Seems to be mutual specifically for you.
No.
Everybody.
Everybody hates elves.
Suru gave Pascal the inherent strength bonus potion, so that got used.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
then you rested. It is now the next day. The city of Amberiliath is in Hayaba Harbor. And as you have assembled in the castle, as figures have been spotted floating down towards Hayaba, 3 of them.
Okay.
And it is they who now stand before you. The 2 elven soldiers in silvery scale mail, wielding long and elegant halberds. Glaives. And their leader, a tall, still floating elf, arrayed in brilliant red and orange robes, tied by threads of gold, whose forehead is preceded by 5 floating crystals in a tiered shape. And he has floated up to you, Sada. And I believe he actually did make his introduction in the previous session, but we'll do it again.
Good.
I am the Archon of Amberiliath. You are Ryudo Sada, daimyo of Suruku. Yes?
Looks around. Yeah, that's me. What's your name?
Good.
I just know you're the Archon. Now.
I am Valerian. Sada Ryudo. Or Ryudo Sada, rather. Sorry about that. Ryudo Sada, we have much to discuss together.
Yeah?
Yes.
I would like to know more, I guess, about the giant city. Also, what you wanted to discuss.
I suppose our home
Shit, I
and
guess-
conveyance can be somewhat striking to those not expecting it to
They probably
appear.
want the hot
Yeah.
peppers.
Do you want the hot peppers?
Probably want the bees
Sorry?
and the hot peppers.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry, I don't.
We
Hot
have-
peppers?
You have these hot peppers. There's a lot of people like them. Or is this about
I-
something else?
Was not here necessarily to trade.
Well, okay, you know what?
Pascal
Let's go in.
goes, oh shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Step into my castle, I guess.
I would just as soon invite you up to mine.
Or that, if you want, I guess. I don't know how to get up there, but
You can jump really high, remember?
I tried that.
Feels really good.
Oh,
I tried that. It didn't work.
I'll fly. What's your jump height? What's your jump height?
It's like, at its best, it's like, let me see,
60?
like 60, I
'Cause-
think.
Okay, I'll be 60 feet in the air, so you can jump and I'll have my hands down, and then you jump and land on my hands, and then jump another 60 feet. Will that get her there?
No, the castle is
Damn it.
about 1,000 feet up, or the city rather.
Let me see here.
I can provide a method of conveyance. I will
Okay,
cast
is
a
it-
spell.
Oh,
You're not afraid, it
Hmm.
was not hostile.
Is it?
is it a floaty spell?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
No, no, it's a sinky spell.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll sink
Into
upwards.
the castle? Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be crazy.
But where is his hand?
Oh boy. I hope that this isn't a mistake. And with that, he
Oh,
waves
okay.
his. Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Vampire
I
raised his hand.
was being legit. Yeah. Will I be able to come up there with you?
yes.
Or I'm
Yeah.
okay? Because
Everyone
because
I'd
I was,
appreciate to have my retinue with me.
because magic seems to be too big for me right now. Sorry, too small. And I am too big.
Not
Don't
my
worry.
magics.
I have the powerful horse magics.
Don't worry.
I'm not a horse. I'm a centaur.
I wield magics quite well.
That's good. Thank you.
Mm.
And with that, he raises 2 fingers before you and makes a series of
Oh.
gestures in the air, causing a long line of runic symbols to appear before him that then float out towards each of you. And upon hitting each of you in the chest, you suddenly feel a lot lighter.
Oh.
I tried jumping now.
You jump straight up and stay there.
No.
Oh no, I'm going into space.
It is
That's too bad.
it is a mental connection to the fly spell, but if you exert your will, you should be able to direct yourself. Wow, she's really
I
just
keep
keeps
going.
doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, someone should probably get her, but if the rest of you will please follow me. And with that, he gracefully turns around and robes rippling in the breeze begins floating back upwards towards the city of white stone that floats above you.
When the elf turns around and starts floating up, Gadaris or Gulpo does a little pantomime of the elf and mouths the "follow me" and then starts following after him.
Oh, do that voice again.
No, you only
Follow
get one.
me.
The elf's guards had not started floating up yet. They
Walk
both
this
frown.
way.
But they both also start floating up after
They
the
like,
Archon.
they smile and they say like, "Yeah, he is an asshole."
Paulina, you have flown before.
What?
Yes.
You have flown before.
I have
so-
flown. Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
You know what this is like. This
Yeah,
is. You feel a very similar feeling to when you activate it on yourself.
We.
This moves a little, actually, a bit faster.
What?
What?
Something even faster than you?
Unbelievable. I don't believe it.
Save it.
Cow just sitting there whispering to herself, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
Unbelievable. I don't.
I don't believe it.
Rita, you
I
might
don't
need the
believe
GTX Super.
Oh, is my fan going?
Plug-in that Tombstone got. Yeah.
I'll just turn
you
my
can hear
fan
the
off. Sorry.
No,
Sorry, I'll
that's
turn the fan
okay.
off.
I mean, you can also
No,
turn
I-
on. You can also turn on the noise
no.
suppression by Crisp at the bottom there.
Yeah,
I
but
got
that thing
excited
cuts
'cause I
my
thought it
voice
was-
out.
Ah.
Yeah, I got excited because I thought it was Tombstone's fan, and I was like,
Oh.
yes! I can tell him that his thing sucks. But then I saw it was actually you.
Like
Wow.
the Discord noise suppression thing works pretty well. I ate a whole stalk of celery once during D&D, and nobody
That's
noticed. But
so
also
sad.
as like a test.
Oh, as a test, like
As a test. So it's like,
intentionally, or like we'll put this
Yeah.
thing to the ultimate test.
yeah, but also
Oh,
it
God,
doesn't
God.
seem to like vocal fry very much. So
Oh.
as the evening wears on, I like to cut
Discord
my voice out
engineers
more.
are sexist.
Yeah, you know.
I'll be right back quick.
Okay, goodbye.
Oh, it's already so hot in here. Holy shit.
As soon as you turn it
You're
on.
gonna melt.
Oh my god. Oh.
So we're floating up to Elftown.
Yes, if
I
if
don't
you
believe
so
this.
choose.
I
And actually, it's slightly
to-
faster than you, Rita. But well, actually, your fly speed is as the fly spell, right? So it's 30 feet.
Avenue.
What? Is it? No.
I thought so. Unless you actually
Uh,
apply your enhanced speed, in which case
I
it's slower, in
think-
fact.
Oh man.
If it's the fly spell, then it's the speed of the fly spell. But if it's just like you, I don't know. I haven't seen anything where it's like you fly at the same speed as you walk or whatever.
It's wind jump and it is equal to my base land speed.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
no, this is actually quite a bit slower than.
Good. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Hey, how is Ara Takahashi doing?
Ara Takahashi. Well, actually, let's take a moment. What did you do with Ara Takahashi last night? Did you just
Well-
like drop him off, or?
Ah,
I mean, he was traveling with us. I thought my intent was kind of this is his little like intro primer. I'll give him some hands-on training while we travel. He can observe from a safe distance.
Okay. Well, do you want to take him with you to?
Elftown.
Yeah, man, why not?
Okay.
Live that life.
Ara Takahashi has, in the last 24 hours, discovered that he can move rocks with his mind, and has seen a giant floating fortress appear in the sky before him, visited the capital city of Suruga, which is the largest city that he's ever seen and he's never been to before, and is now going up to that floating city in the sky with a bunch of fancy elves.
Hey, what's going on?
He is a little overwhelmed.
Well,
I missed.
We're just talking about what Ara Takahashi is up to while this is happening.
Okay.
Oh, I even
Wow.
made him a token, actually,
Nice.
using the token tool creator. Or using the token creator from Hero Forge, which actually works pretty well.
wow. I don't know why
No.
I'm being like this. I'm sorry.
Look at him. He's
Look at
got
him.
blue hair and teeth.
Let me look at. Let me get a look at his jaw.
Leaning
zoom in
into
on that
the
fucking
anime
claw.
Oh,
Game
campaign.
he's a little cat boy.
He's got a little snarl on him.
Look
He's,
at his
he's
little
so
cat boy with
Oh
his
my.
blue eyebrows.
Looks like he's going row.
Right. Kasumi, I normally don't do this, but I feel like as colleagues, I should ask, do you or do you not want me to fuck him?
This is a tough question.
I
A
mean,
dilemma.
maybe not yet, but I
Okay.
mean, ultimately, it is his choice.
All right.
Granted, I know you can influence that choice.
I would never.
I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere in what we're doing.
Sure. There's not like some sort of need for purity in order to manipulate Earth. Maybe you gotta be a little dirty
I
to
mean-
manipulate Earth, you know? It's a dirty dirt. You gotta get a little down and dirty sometimes.
I mean, have you met
What?
me?
That's
So,
true.
I mean, granted, I don't manipulate Earth, but I mean, got a magic ass.
You do have a
I'm
magic.
going to
ass.
use the restroom real fast. I'll be right back.
Magic
Okay.
ass.
I mean, you don't see what Tatsu and I do.
Oh,
I do
no.
actually.
Oh no.
You forget that I have the
Ah.
ability to detect desires,
Oh,
No.
and we do share close quarters
Oof.
frequently.
oof.
I've got an orgy radar. Oh,
Let me tell you, if you need any tips, I got some.
Oof.
I know
To
where.
really spice things up.
Pointers. Oh no.
I like somehow Kasumi is crouching down while floating through the air. It's just like, oof.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oh, cheesy Pete.
Huh. The ability to detect parties would be a nice addition to Outer Heaven.
Hey, I got a great pitch for you about Outer Heaven, actually, Akio. What if all of you guys were super buff and pretty?
What? I mean, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and I
Are
could
they
do
have to be
that.
pretty?
Are they? Right now, no. Right now, they're all ugly as shit.
Oh,
Oh, I look at my
But
men.
it's a bit
Yeah, I guess
harsh.
they are ugly.
Yeah. In a rustic way. Like, some people find it charming,
Goodness.
but they're rough around the edges.
Okay. What can you do about this?
I could kiss all of them, and
What?
they will be. There's a. I wouldn't call it a catch because we're friends and you trust me,
Uh-huh.
but they would be under. I would be able to communicate with them over any distance. But I'm a nice guy, and you think I'm cool, and we're cool. And
Uh-huh.
you were in Polonius's realm, and it was pretty sick. There was like nice chickens there, and honestly, a
'em.
lot of that stuff seemed to like vibe with you, and I like that. And so I'm saying, just give them a little bit of a smooch. Have them agree to be like, yeah, I would love to be smarter and prettier, and well, not smarter, just prettier and stronger.
Mhm.
And it gives you this great thing. Think about this. I can send your guys messages over any distance. So like you could put people like all over the place and like you want to activate them. Just like activate a guy and I don't know, Viven. And I just like boop, send them that message and they're like, all right, now it's time for me to do whatever the Outer Haven thing you wanted them to do is. Just saying.
This seems like there's no catch whatsoever.
There is no catch whatsoever.
Huh.
Except that I can send them suggestion spells over any distance. But that's not a catch, that's a bonus.
Okay.
I have returned to the most honest succubus in existence. It's genuinely refreshing.
You can kiss him when you get the chance. In fact, I'll have a kiss and drill when we get back.
Oh yeah. All right. that does bring up an interesting point. Akio, if you want to just have +2 strength and +2 charisma, I can make that happen for you.
Just gonna kiss me?
Well, you have to agree to my gift, which involves kissing.
Let me think about that.
Okay.
I'm a married man after all.
You aren't.
To my job.
Alright, well maybe it's a poly relationship.
I'm gonna go hit my head against the wall. That was too corny.
No, it was really good, actually.
So,
A little chill went down Gadaris' spine.
save me.
Alright.
Anyway, wait.
What's up, buddy?
Who's this? Who are you talking to? Me or one of your Outer Heaven people?
I'm stuck in cells.
Oh.
Oh, you said wait.
I think we're good. We can continue
Okay.
floating up to the elf town.
What
Good.
is happening? Oh, there we go.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Boy, did you miss some stuff.
I went to go tinkle.
No, I mean, that's why I left too. So you float your way upwards,
Mm-hmm.
and soon the hemisphere that forms the lower half of the city grows to fill more and more of your vision as you begin to realize just the sheer scope of this construction. As you are getting closer, you have begun to actually able to see the seams in between individual blocks of the
All right.
dome of the upturned dome,
Uh,
utterly smooth,
Where are
except
you?
for
where are we right
These-
now, by the way?
you are midair, flying
Okay.
up to.
Yeah, I was
The-
AFK for a bit because my mom called and I had to call my nan and.
Yeah.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, it was
Cool.
just my mom asked me to call my grandma because she won't be able to call her tonight and she usually calls her on Sundays. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah she
Yeah,
just
he's being cute.
so yeah she's just staying. Her and my dad are staying up at their campground or whatever for
Okay.
tonight. So yeah, she was able to call.
Well, I hope they have a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, dome in midair.
Yes.
We could. This is like how high up? Can we see the entirety of Sarugu from up here?
Up here, no.
Oh.
You can see
I imagine
further
see all of
than
Hayaba.
that's easy. You can
Yeah.
see Hayaba and well beyond. As you continue to ascend,
And the miles of farmland.
Do you see the volcano?
you can see the volcano easy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I imagine the volcano's the tallest thing on the island.
Yes.
Yeah.
You imagine correctly. Or at least the mountains surrounding it. But as the volcano obviously has a bit of a shortened top due to its explosion.
Being a volcano, yes.
Yes. But as you reach the
They're gonna drop us in the volcano.
Oh no.
Yeah.
the spell cuts out and just plummet.
We all
to
just get
the ground.
yeeted right into the volcano miles away.
I hate to see
Um,
it.
Hate to
Hey,
see it.
Actually, as you're reaching the lip of the hemisphere of the base of the city, and you look back upon Sarugu, you can see most of it. And distantly, sort of, if you crane your head to get it, you can sort of see the hills beyond the mountains in the central part of the island, where Agamenti's workshop is.
Cool.
Right? That makes sense.
Yeah.
From a
Yeah.
perspective. Actually, it might not.
Ah.
Let me see. You're about 1,000 feet up. So actually, no. Honestly, the mountains of Surugu are probably taller than, are actually, well, not probably, definitely taller than where you're flying up to. So,
Huh.
I'm just trying to think of. Okay. The last time I was 1,000 feet up was when I was in the observation deck in the World Trade Center. But this is when I was like 7.
Weird
gonna
I'm
flex.
say-
trying to remember how far I could see from there.
One was this exactly, Sal.
This is the craziest, most personal math.
This was when the Twin Towers were still there, so
I see.
Can't
believe we learned Sal's did 9/11 today.
It's
That's
all
what I-
makes sense.
Holy shit.
That's
It's
what I
all
was
adding
going
up.
for, but
so this would have been in like 98. But actually possibly earlier.
Sal's is reaching into a drawer right now and getting a compass and a protractor.
Oh, if I'm 7, then it's not 98 because I was born in 90. I was born in 88.
I left my house when I was 7 years old at 8 o'clock a.m.
Now let's see, the Dodgers won the World Series here, so that means
We're in the World Series.
And if I go 80 miles per hour,
in the
at
90s, that was the decade of the Yankees.
if I get my DeLorean out and I go to 88 miles per hour,
so
right now,
two trains.
I'm in 97. I'm pretty sure the Yankees won.
I'm glad that we all have like united in solidarity to dunk on this weird aspect of the conversation.
This is the best.
Okay, so anyway, I could see the entirety of Manhattan and beyond. Okay, regardless, I don't care anymore. You can
That
see a
was-
lot.
Sal's Kingdom, New York, baby.
It was a really cool view.
I bet it was.
Okay, so the title of this episode is "That Time South Switched to the Top of the World Trade Center."
Before it was blued up.
Yeah.
Alright, so we can see all of Surugu.
I haven't been to the new one yet.
We
I
see.
mean, I've been to the building, but I've never been to the observation deck.
What's
Anyway.
the name of the Earthbender?
Tough.
Ara Takahashi.
Ara Takahashi. We see
Oh,
Ara
sure.
Takahashi drowning in the ocean a couple of miles east
A giant
of
version of him.
Surugu. We're like, oh shit. Kasumi.
And so after
Oh, I never noticed all those
Some-
numbers when we were down on the ground.
after a few minutes of flying upward, whereupon your minds are racked with math, trying to estimate distances between objects that you can see, you finally crest above the lip of the city. There is no guardrail or anything. It's simply an edge,
Cool.
beyond which it's a plaza, in which the Archon and his 2 guards are currently standing, waiting patiently for your arrival. And as you sort of all float up into the plaza, you note that around you is a metropolis of soaring towers, glinting with fine detail worked into the stone in precious metals, along which will occasionally fly a bead of light, as if it was following the flowing
Aw.
contours Gesundheit.
Jeez Louise.
Cute little sneeze.
Like a highway. The plaza is centered around a fountain, out of which flows a constant sparkling stream that eventually pours out of it into a small rivulet that that streams right past you and off the side. The buildings themselves are tall and thin, architecturally dubiously so. You wouldn't think that something so high could have a base so small and almost delicate. Between the towers are strung banners and waving flags, and also bridges connecting the two. And occasionally you can see a figure strolling across.
Hmm. Wow, I can
There
see
are
a figure.
a few other elven figures, tall, stately, in flowing robes, are looking over at you with interest. But you note that despite the city's large size, despite the fact that it has evident ample space for thousands, not to mention just on the surface, beyond what could possibly fit within the dome that it sits upon, there's barely anyone here.
We could invade this place.
In this entire large central plaza that, well, not central to the entire city, is quite clearly meant for alighting upon. This is where arrivals would arrive. This plaza has carpeting on it around the fountain that leads off into different buildings. There are very few elves here.
Where's all the people?
All in all, you could probably count them on two hands.
It's like Iteron Town. We don't got any Iterons either in the
And as you
Agamentai
alight
zone.
upon the surface of the city, the Archon, with a gentle wave of his fingers, cuts out the spell, and you alight upon the ground with your normal mass.
Oh.
Welcome to Ambor Eliath, city of the wings of the phoenix. It is
Nice.
our pleasure to host you.
Thanks for inviting us.
Thanks.
Tiny grub.
I should like to speak
Yes.
with you, Sada.
You're doing
And
it right now.
I would prefer to do it in private, if you
Okay.
do not mind.
Sure.
Allow me to lead you through the city. I should like to show you its wonders and discuss
Yeah.
ways that we may mutually aid one another.
Seems pretty interesting, so I'd like to see it. How's it float? How's that work anyway? I
The
know
short
magic.
answer is, in fact, magic, yes.
I mean, that's how most things in this world work, but like
We use
The ancient...
nuclear energy.
Oh my god. The ancient enchantments and ensorcellations that keep the structure afloat and together are ancient and mysterious even to those who live upon it.
Leans over to Kasumi. Sounds like he doesn't know.
I don't think he knows.
I don't think he
I,
knows.
in fact, do not know
Oh, dang it.
the exact machinations between here and the ground, but I am thankful that they exist.
I mean, yeah,
Otherwise, our visit would be very short indeed.
yeah, it would be.
Please follow me, Ryudo Sada, daimyo of Surugu. And to your friends, My city is open to you all.
Right.
Please, make your way through it. There is no shortage of comforts that can be afforded to you.
Hey,
Whoa.
Gareth, Kyle? Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something naughty.
Well, no,
Yeah, let's go.
I was just gonna take a look around.
I wonder what elf food tastes like. Is it
Ephemeral
good?
and ineffable.
Does this elf guy want to separate us from Sada so he can murder her or something?
Sada,
Yeah, use
Sada
your-
already.
You sense motivating him?
Yeah. Of course, he's just like, I'm going to speak with your leader. Everyone, go somewhere else. That's weird. That's weird. I
You
don't
don't
like it.
Yeah, doesn't
Get-
he know we have a representational democracy? Not yet,
Yeah.
but in some time in the near future.
Don't worry, Sada already suspects
Alina!
everything.
You get the
He's a pervert.
Oh no.
no. Actually, here. This is probably
Actually,
a better way of
yes.
doing it.
Actually, he is.
Yes.
Oh? Oh, is it a
Oh,
secret?
it's a secret.
What?
What?
Now everybody has to click the sense motive button.
Mm.
It's got a mouthfeel to it.
Ugh.
This dungeon drawn thing that you liked on Twitter, Tomb, is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Um,
Want to try it out?
yeah, it's very easy to use.
I was gonna give it the twink at the Sal's later because I figured he'd be interested in it. Hello. Did you
Hello.
find
It's
many dark
secrets.
secrets, Rita?
All of the secrets.
Oh.
Secrets are no fun.
As the Archon begins to float into the city with gesturing for Sada to follow him, you note that his guards do not follow Sada and the Archon. They just sort of go off into two separate locations and return to a guarding position. Apparently not feeling the need to both guard the Archon as he speaks to Sada, but without not wanting to threaten your leader any more than perhaps his due.
That's nice.
The other thing is that there's no other thing, but Pascal does sort of push through everybody a little. Excuse me, sorry. Hey, Archon, Mr. Archon, Lord Archon of Amberolith. It is my pleasure to introduce myself. I am Don Pascal of the Fatazo family, and I was hoping that we could also discuss trade relations between you and the Archon. Sort of waves his hand.
We don't want your stupid trinkets.
We don't want your Vivanese.
Amberolith is self-contained. Trade is of a quite trifling interest, but presuming we do have a kind conversation, he gestures to Sada, perhaps then, if trade would be beneficial to you, we could further discuss such things.
Come on, Pascal. How are you going to trade with two people?
What? In the meantime, there is an exceptional tailor in the market district.
Oh, I'm good.
Just saying. He floats away.
You saying
Wow,
our clothes
damn.
are ugly?
How could you do that to Pascal?
Right?
Well,
Oof.
Pascal is, as you notice, wearing his Vivanese finery, which is tailored to be very close-fitting. and he's about 10 to 15 pounds heavier than he was yesterday. So it's looking a little strained.
Wait, why is he heavier than yesterday?
He got gains.
Oh, from the potion.
So you take a draw to Discord.
No, he drank the potion that Tsuru got.
Inherent strength potion.
Pascal's ears droop, and he sort of looks down at himself and very bashfully goes back to the back of the line.
Got you. Owned. Hey, guards. Do you guys talk? Do you,
Yes.
you do? What do you do for fun around here?
Do you boogie?
There are
You
many
boogie?
forms of entertainment that
Okay,
that can be found in Amberiliath.
Yes, but do you boogie?
Well, we know not of this boogie.
I've
Do you
never heard
mean-
of this.
Dance.
Do you mean the elven shuffle? This is very popular at the present
Do you
moment.
get-
I
you
would
get
love
on
to
the-
see the Elven Shuffle.
Do you get on the floor and do the dinosaur?
We
What
do
is a
not.
dinosaur?
What is
Actually, dinosaurs are known, right? Because of silver.
Yes, dinosaurs do exist.
They're in
Alright.
Orzo.
Yes.
So, Rita,
Mm-hmm.
Tombstone's character could summon dinosaurs from heaven and/or hell. Let's rock.
Well, he only summons celestial dinosaurs.
Yes.
Also,
As a
now
good-
the celestial dinosaurs are in my realm. They're in Silva's realm.
Dinosaurs from heaven.
They're all in the trees.
Yes.
That famous real song.
All dinosaurs go to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
All dinosaurs
Every
are
song
from
is
heaven.
real as soon as you write it.
Mm-hmm. Get my guitar.
So,
E chord, E chord.
there are many
Dinosaurs.
forms of entertainment in this place.
What do you like to do?
When I choose to relax, there is a most excellent promenade
You go for a walk.
in the. Yes,
Okay. Oh, what's your name?
allow me to collect my thoughts. My name is Seheniath.
What's your
That's
favorite
fun.
place to fly over?
To fly over. Our city makes a circuit above Hardeno, and from this height, most of it looks very much the same.
Well, we have a volcano. so-
Yes, but it is not the only volcano in Hardeno.
What?
Pretty soon it will be.
We have to destroy
What?
the other volcanoes.
Leaving that aside, your Hardenese architecture is very pleasing to look upon. But there are
Terrible,
a
they're ugly.
few temples that are made in greater harmony with the surrounding countryside that I find particularly of interest when we pass over them.
Would you take me for a walk through your promenade and temples?
I am unfortunately obliged to remain this spot.
But you're
Guarding.
not guarding anybody right now.
I am guarding the city.
From who?
Birds.
Anyone.
Has anybody been
But
here?
they would have to fly up here, isn't that correct? And they could just appear anywhere.
Yes,
Are there other
Well-
guards besides you?
there. He pauses. Yes, there are.
There are.
Think about it for a second.
Are they mechanical? Is that what it is, or is it just like
No.
one other guy?
There are other elven guards throughout the city. May I recommend that you visit the market district? It has the most.
Well, I don't want to just wander around randomly. I'm a stranger here, and it sounds like you have some places you really enjoy seeing.
There,
Also, I want to roll its motive to see if he's actually being truthful about like this. There are other elf guards.
It's totally not just me.
5.
Still, with a 20, he's not the best at obscuring things, but you sense that there's something behind that. He was choosing his words He had to think about what he was saying when he
I
was
see.
responding to you.
He was like, there are other elf guards, and that's like, there is one other elf guard.
The Sentinel Guard of Amberiliath can be found in most places throughout the city, and you will be able to ask them for any additional directions. Unfortunately, I cannot operate as a tour guide.
Well, we're gonna miss you. Let me tell you that.
All right. Well, it was nice
Your
talking to you,
sarcasm is somewhat
Sahenius.
hurtful, I have to admit.
Enjoy your standing here. I'll give you a review of this promenade you've talked about when I cut back.
There are a few additional places that I could point out to you.
Is there any valuable that are just placed in areas that are unguarded?
What?
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 But that doesn't make. Well, the entire city is valuable, but
Mhm. But like something that you could
that
pick
is a
up and
very
easily
specific
carry.
and strange question, I'll be honest.
I just want to know where not to go, because there won't be any guards there.
Where not to go? Well, then you should avoid the Vault of the Archon, which holds the most powerful and valuable of our artifacts, as the defenses around that vault would destroy any who dared to try and open it without permission.
Gadaris
Well-
waggles his eyebrows at the party.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard the second part there, bud.
No, I heard it.
Okay.
That was me saying, "Ooh, scary! Don't go there."
Okay. What?
You know.
All right, I guess I'll go for the promenade. Look at the temple. Hey, what do you guys worship? Do you worship sword?
Since
Do you
the
worship
fall-
floaty sword?
Worship of dog.
What is Updog?
Oh,
Not much of you.
What?
that's a little Hadanese saying that we've got down there. It means we appreciate you.
We say it all the time.
Yes.
Of course. Religion is an interesting question here. We high elves were the foremost worshippers of our creator, Aialoron, who
Is dead.
is dispersed. His power used to empower the champion gods. Surely he had wisdom to do so, and is therefore those gods that are most popular here. But to be quite honest, embrace of new deities after the loss of our creator has been tepid in most quarters.
Sure. Yeah. Champion God's pretty stinky.
That's not
well.
typically how that. Interesting. Anyway,
I'm just saying, you know, bum news. Worship a guy for however long elves live, forever. Then he's gone, and now instead you get like what? Baelathor.
Like a Baelathor.
Just a big old tree going around. You don't even have any trees. Just got these big old mellow things.
there are trees in
Oh,
the
my
gardens of the several butterflies. You will find
That's cute.
You only,
for the
you
number
even
of
only have
species.
several butterflies. You don't even have a surplus of butterflies.
No, there are many butterflies, but the several refers to the number of different types.
Varieties.
Yes.
I see.
It sounds better in Elven.
Are the butterflies guarded?
The butterflies are not guarded, they're butterflies.
Okay.
What does it sound like in Elven?
Said
Yeah,
it in
Sal, what's
Elven,
it sound like? Oh.
and it does sound better.
That's a matter of opinion. All right,
Almost got him.
gonna get me nice elven wine. I'm gonna go on this promenade, and I'm gonna get a bag, and I'm gonna get all of the butterflies in that bag and take them
Please
down
do not
with us.
steal all the butterflies.
Well, what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna be standing right here guarding this specific spot of ground.
Are you actually telling a guard that you're going to commit a crime?
No.
And
but
then
if there are no more butterflies here, it's probably because they flew away. Goodbye.
please do not take the butterflies. While they're not guarded specifically, there are sentinel guards posted in the area. They'll likely notice you.
Looks
Okay.
like you'll have to come with us and make sure that we don't take any of the butterflies.
Oh my god.
Why are we harassing this guy?
I don't know. It's just kind of fun. Let's go
Limbera.
see the butterflies.
Sahel and he begins speaking very rapid Elven to the guard on the other side of the plaza.
Well, we know
The
what
guards.
they're saying.
Oh yeah, that's true.
How and I know what they're saying.
Yes, you Elven speakers.
I have to imagine Guitarist just kind of sits there and recites what they're saying out loud.
No, I want to hear them dig their hole.
The visitors are being intransigent in trying to get me to guide them through the city. Would you be able to guard the plaza without me? To which Colonel goes, yeah, freaking nobody comes up here. Why is that even a problem? You just don't want to go. It's true. I am ashamed. You should be. Go.
Hell
I
yeah.
will provide guidance
Excellent.
on your stay. Please follow me. Although, please tell me where you wish to go. What interests do you hold?
Well,
Well, yeah, Kasumi.
Chances are formed.
okay, hey, real quick. So we have the butterfly place. We have the.
There's
Where
some
the temples are.
promenades, there's
Promenades.
butterflies, there's some temples. I do not care about the temples. So,
I mean, yeah.
maybe I bet they look nice, but it's a building. You know. Buildings. Big whoop.
There are.
I am kind of curious about this vault of the Archon that contains all of the valuable items.
You will not be able to visit that, I'm afraid.
Do you have a bread?
A bread?
Do you have a bread place? What do you eat?
You mean
Have a
a
bread.
bakery?
No, just
Sure.
bread.
I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe
there are-
it's magical town. Maybe you don't bake it. Maybe you just whoop it out. To
That wouldn't
existence.
change the name of the.
You wouldn't bake it then. You would call it like a create-ery.
Bread place.
You know,
The bread place.
Akio walks forward and asks, I'm fucking curious where your bathrooms are.
Why do you frame it like that?
Because he's
I
been
respect
holding it the
it.
whole time.
Yeah.
He gestures towards you, towards a. There's a
Giant-
public lavatory
Oh,
around the
neat.
corner there, through the small door on the left. It
All
is
right.
marked as such.
Okay. I hope there's no surprises like a moon door or something like that, where it's like, oh, just gonna
No.
You've
Just-
gone to the dimension of toilets.
Just, just don't put your hand in it,
What?
and you'll be fine.
What?
You have a low opinion of our intelligence.
Do I need to roll?
No, you do not.
No, you do not.
Roll for
You
toilet.
are able to relieve yourself into a stone basin, which
then-
upon your leaving, you hear a behind you.
Wow.
Oh, it just
And-
shoots out. It's
Oh,
no.
that
Oh my God.
explains the weather we get sometimes.
No. You
You
fools,
turn
that
around
that
and-
wasn't it going down. That was it getting teleported to the piss elemental plane.
Oh no.
the
It,
quasi
it,
elemental planet poop.
it is gone. I don't know where it went, but it is no longer there.
We
That
have
is actually
questions.
how they pop. No, we don't need to know more about the poop.
I mean, you
Take
can
me
ask
to
him.
your
"Hey,
butterflies.
Yeah, let's go see the butterflies.
Please follow me.
Don't sound too excited.
I forgot what I named him.
Sahenius.
Was
Sahenius,
that-
right? Something like that.
Sure.
I think your name is Greg.
Sahenian
Sahenian.
That sounds right.
leads you
Can I call
deeper
you
into the
Ian?
city. No.
Well, too bad.
That's
No, it's Sahenian. Don't worry. Yeah. Nice to meet you, Sahenian. Thank you for taking the time to take us on this tour of the city. We do truly appreciate it, and I'm excited to see these lovely butterflies that you have up here.
I am. Roll diplomacy.
We just have a certain way about ourselves. Like to, make jokes amongst ourselves, but that's just really a mark of friendship that we have. If we were not trying to be friendly, we would be short and
Sahenian
curt with you.
seems quite a bit more at ease.
I obscure one of my hands and I look at Kasumi and I shapeshift one of my hands into a butterfly net and I wink. And then I shift it back into a hand.
Kasumi contains a snicker.
Whoa.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm dying.
Okay.
Oh no! Don't
The
die.
black lung.
I like you.
Alright, I'm back.
Okay.
Good. No longer dead.
Mm-hmm.
Or undead.
Or undead.
And so, yes, you begin to follow Sahenian in deeper along a main thoroughfare, deeper into the city. As you do so, Pascal sidles up to you, Paulina, and goes, I don't think this looked too bad. I mean, I guess it is a little. But as you do so, the Archon
Yes,
leads
where's Sada on the
Sada.
Archon?
in a different direction.
Yes.
Welcome to my flame room.
Oh no!
Now you die.
It's a room that I have that's always on fire. It's very expensive to maintain.
Camhorse, is that you?
Ryudo Sada, Daimyo of Surugu, I am interested as to how you prefer to be addressed. I would do so in the manner of your preference.
Oh,
You
have
just
so
call me
many
Sada.
choices here. You
Sada.
say Grungus.
Hi, Grungus, Sada Ryudo.
Oh yes, the big chungus, the queen cheese.
The Queen.
We are going to
Sure.
have to determine a new title for when we switch our government type, and we could be
El
you know,
Presidente.
the leader of Hadno is called the Chungus.
The Queen
Not re-
Chungus sounds pretty good. The High Chungus.
And
Yeah.
not really the scaly chungus, because she's like a dragon, but you can't tell because she got no fucking
It's not
scale.
always going to be Sada though, but it's there's the big Chungus and then there are smaller Chungus.
The Grand High Golden Chungus.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
God damn it.
And the big
I will
chungus
regret the
are called the
Chungus thing at some
cheese.
point.
Or maybe it would be a council of Chungus and a rotating big Chungus position.
Sada Ryudo,
Yes.
Currently, she's the rat that makes all the rules.
I.
Love you.
No.
What?
Oh.
No.
Your exploits on the surface have not escaped our ears high up in the sky.
I mean, they're so big.
Jeez.
You-
Christ.
Should you be? Surely
know.
you have spies
Yeah.
throughout Hadano.
Oh,
Ah, okay.
You did
I
not
thought-
think that
I
others
thought-
might have spies on Surugu.
Makes sense. I just figured you guys are so high in the sky you wouldn't care much.
Have you seen those ears?
Yes. A mistake that many of my brethren have made in the past. One that I had thought I had taken pains to avoid.
Hmm.
Your rebellion against the Shogun of the Broken Coast has met with earnest success.
Been
It
going
is
pretty good.
impressive that you were able to wrest an entire island away from his control. Distracted though he may be with his invasion of tea.
Oh no, we're like TV to him.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this. I think it has to be a show.
But you must be aware that his armies and tea are not the only forces that are loyal to him. And that soon you may be assailed yourselves
Yeah.
by those who would see you back under his control.
Hmm.
As you're floating along, or he's floating, you're walking, you see one of the little points of light stream along a golden thread in the wall of one of the towers that you were walking past. And as it reaches a corner, for the first time, you see it not continue, but rather spark outward, as if its connection was broken.
Hmm.
And he continues to float over to that corner of of an intersection, and you note that there are no other elves around. He stops before you at the corner, where another sparking piece of mote of light escapes from its vein of metal.
Yeah.
And he turns towards you, his face a drawn and sunken and sad. And he asks you, have you ever heard of the 7 sorrows of the Shogun?
Oh no, it's
Oh,
one
for
of them.
fuck's sake.
Do you know what they can do? And with that, he gestures to his left,
Oh no.
around the corner.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Assassin time.
You follow his hand.
Maybe
Yes,
it's a
for
telescope
a
to look
second.
at him.
You
I turn my
tentatively
yeah.
look around the corner. Another
Put a
spark.
hand on my health.
And you look around the corner, not to see assassins or threats, but rather
Puppy dog.
death and destruction. The city here is ruined. The towers are molten in places still, melted and tortured, collapsed into like clutching fingers around a rippling, destroyed crater. You're at one of the edges of the city,
That just
far away
like
from the
freezes.
plaza.
Shock.
You can see a number of elves are still magically shifting away rubbles. One of them shouts at another, and a few rush over to where they excavate the crumpled body of an elf who had been trapped underneath. As they bear it off after covering it, the Archon turns back to you. I believe, Sadaryudo, that our safety may be more tied to your own than either of us may have suspected.
Why?
Why do they want to fly the fuck up these elves?
That is a very good question.
Weird voice in the air.
Well, Sarah said why also.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
I said
yeah.
why.
That's true. You did say why.
I mean, this is our first time meeting you.
They clearly
Even
were
then.
not
Well, no,
here for revenge for association with you. We have none, or had.
just because there's something that escaped.
No, we have been invisible for some time. The Shogun had no interest in us. We had no interest in him. We confirmed as much to each other face to face. As far as the Shogun was concerned, we are not a part of Hardeno, and thus have nothing to fear until now. The site that you see before you was known as the Archive of Chimes. Within it were thousands of years of oral history recorded into crystal structures, such that they could be repeated to those who sought the knowledge and wisdom of those who came before us. It is knowledge that I think they arrived and attacked. Knowledge that they knew we would not be apt to share with them easily.
Like what? Think. Or I guess it's sort of hard to know.
There were
Probably
many
eons.
secrets hidden within those halls, and I am not privy to all of them. Even in my lifetime, I had not been able to catalog each and every one to my memory.
Hmm.
And unfortunately, those who had were in the building when they melted it. You are looking upon 10,000 years of elven history that has been lost to time. More valuable, over 400 elven lives. You may have noticed that very few guards are in this city. Most were killed here.
Or not Jesus. Silva. By Silva's beard.
Silva had no beard.
Damn, you're right. Sada just looks really sullen and silent. So
It is for this that I have come to you, Sadarudo. It is not as so many archons have come to those still upon the surface to dictate and to give high-handed advice with the expectation that our noble and wise words would be followed without question. I ask for your protection, for yours is the only island in the broken coast in which my city might yet be safe, while the Seven Sorrows still serve the Shogun.
Sada sort of just
There are other fonts of knowledge that yet still reside within our halls. Other artifacts of power that may still be bent to their will. I would not see them fall into their hands. I would not see my people further threatened. I have so very few of them left.
Sada looks
Yes.
silently at all the destruction, and then sort of just turns to Yarkon and extends a hand to shake.
He looks down with a bit surprise.
You
It
can
is
stay.
not common for another to touch the person of an Archon. At which point he does grasp your hand. Lightly. Gently.
Kiss him.
No.
Thank you, Sada. In us,
I'm not one to turn
you
away
shall have
someone.
an ally.
Sorry.
Our power, though diminished, is yours
Thank you.
when
I
you
just-
need it.
Hope we can help you
What's in the vault?
after. Can't believe this, really. I guess this is my first time really seeing this kind.
I am 900 years old. I wield the powers that can be acquired over such a time. I failed to defend my city. I truly hope that the stories of your exploits are as true as the reports made them to seem.
I hope so too. Because
That's
so far, all this time, I've seen. Well, what the effects of the Shogun. I've never seen any of it like this.
to be clear. I am not even sure if this was done on orders of the Shogun. There are other daimyo and other forces in his court that remain in
Yeah.
Hadano.
Frig.
Frig indeed.
Yeah, indeed. All right. Tada. Ruffles her hair. Scratches her head. All right. So, where do we get started? Or what can you tell me? I guess.
What would you like to know? The disposition of your enemy? The powers they can bring to bear? What
How?
Amberiliath can do to assist you?
When did this happen? Again. How long ago?
Whilst we still floated above the main island, which would have been about 6 months.
Hmm. And well, I guess their powers of the powers of the Seven Sorrows would be very good to know, and how they are able to do this.
Several warriors of mundane power but exceptional skill. 2 samurai, one that fights with a long polearm, or I believe a naginata, who seems to be a battlefield strategist capable of commanding the other 6 with exceptional alacrity and acumen. Another is a towering half-orc wielding a meteor hammer in full armor, who bashed our greatest warriors aside like they were nothing. There was a rogue or scout, a ninja among them armed with a bow, who capable of making the most pinpoint shots with an arrow from grave distances, placing them perfectly to deal the utmost damage, particularly when their foe is distracted or flanked. Who else is in this group? I have to look at it. One moment. Let me check my notes. Hold on. Okay, got that one, got that one, got that one. A halfling, a monk in a farmer's hat. Calm, serene, but merciless still. A warrior capable of flipping through formations, destroying even armored soldiers with his bare hands. Of those, there were no divine affiliation, but on the next two, they are very clearly associated with the Elder Temple. A warrior in black armor, and Irotor, albino, with a great katana-like sword, and Nodachi, I believe this is called, whose unholy powers smote our warriors and left them stinking ruins upon the floor. And another, a cleric surely of the dread Lich Zetaxes, who raised our dead against us as we fought, and was capable of working the most terrible divine magics. But finally, the most terrible of them all was an Ifrit, hair shockingly red and flaming, with eyes that gleamed like emeralds, who wielded the power of earth and fire as if she were born to it. It is she that wrought all of this destruction. The others simply slew and moved on, but she enjoyed it. And took the time to do so. Do you have any other questions? Oh
Do you have
no.
any weapons?
Oh,
I'm here.
I thought that I had cut out.
No.
I thought that I had cut out and that I'd have to repeat all of that.
No, I was just thinking.
Well, I mean, on that note, could you?
Probably not.
What do you
You
mean?
can
Repeat all
listen
that?
listen to the recording.
Yeah, you're gonna have to listen to the recording because that wasn't written down.
No,
Okay.
Alright. So you have no idea why they attacked?
As I said, they likely sought the archive for information, but the specific information I could not know.
So
Unfortunately, with the archive's destruction, I may never.
So did it seem like they stole something from the archive, or were they just seeking to destroy it?
They did not simply destroy it. The burning wrath, the Ifrit, waited until her fellows had infiltrated and left the tower before annihilating it. So I suspect they wanted something within. either the information or one of the the tonal structures themselves.
And there's no way to figure that out.
Fortunately, with the destruction of the archive, there may be reference materials in the Grand Library, but the volumes kept there are extensive, and that would only give us a knowledge of what was contained within the archive, not necessarily what they wanted specifically. But if I had to hazard a guess, there was information in the archive regarding development of spells, the methodology of constructs, the secrets to eternal life, that which elves had gleaned since our old immortality was stripped from us in ages past.
I'll be back.
And I guess, do you have any idea who Seven Sorrows would answer to besides the Shogun?
Besides the
Jeff.
Shogun, it could be themselves, but if a daimyo could potentially promise them reward in proportion to their exceptional service, I don't see why they would not seek out such additional gains.
Also, did you say you've actually met the Shogun?
I have.
Is he cool?
What's he like? I've surely heard nothing about him, even from his own higher soldiers that we've met.
He is a human man, about 5'8". The Archon smiles, but I know that's not truly what you're asking. Shinzen Hamada is a singularly driven person. He has goals and has no limits to what he will go to in order to achieve them. I admire his drive, his seemingly infinite capacity to do the work he feels needs to be done. He is a person that truly does believe in his goals. He is a person that I had not expected to seek to make an enemy of Amberiliath, as we are not without power, and not without a capacity for revenge.
And I guess I've already seen firsthand what he's willing to fall to the wayside to fulfill that single-minded desire. I'm wondering if even this might be a victim of that as well. But I guess it's sort of impossible to know now unless we can somehow, well, I guess if we get the Seven Sorrows and find out what they
Yes.
took, which hopefully they're coming here. Which,
Oh,
yeah,
are they?
yeah,
Oh, good.
to kill us.
Oh,
Yes.
I have made an error. Well, we shook on it. Oh no. Um, hmm. Well, uh, hmm. Hmm. Uh, okay. That's good to know. Oh boy. Well, we'll be better off pooling our resources together against them than we would be alone.
I hope, anyway.
Yes.
If we can hopefully either, well, if we can capture them, or if we can, even if we kill them, hopefully they have the crystal. I just want to know why they
That
did
is
this.
something that I neglected to mention.
What?
We did slay 2 of them,
Yeah, but
or so is suspected. They melted away, as if they were never there upon the final blow being struck, into a smoke that disappeared on the winds.
huh.
Armor, weapons, and person all. I observed one of them. I can assure you they are not dead.
Oh, okay.
The hell.
No go, huh?
So I wonder if that means.
Sorry, by the way, I was away. What were you talking about?
Can we even capture them then, or will they just do that?
Nuva, you're gonna
Or is
have
it
to
just-
watch the replay.
Okay, I'm gonna drink this coffee instead.
Okay.
But well,
That's good shit.
Come.
all right.
I shall take you to my apartments. I shall give you food and drink. You may stay in Amberiliath for as long as you need, or visit when you desire.
Okay.
Though it will likely require the use of another spell to transport you up here.
Yes. Can you like?
Still,
So you can
you'll
actually
have
control the island. I'm assuming, or to a degree.
to a degree.
Okay.
As you've no doubt been told, our island travels in a route, a constant one, across Hadano.
Yes.
It has done so since it began to float again 80 years ago. We cannot control that. The controls to the island, to the city, are guarded by an Argent Guard, and my king has made it very clear that no living elf is to enter into those chambers on pain of death.
No living elf, but
But I guess you'll be, even at that road, you'll still be.
Oh, well, no, there is, how to put this, I suppose the best thing to call it would be an emergency brake.
Oh, okay.
Here, it is in my personal chambers, I will show you.
All right.
And with that, he casts something on you, and you begin flying again.
Oh, there
This
I
will
go.
be faster.
I jump and I don't stop.
And he guides you in through a windowed balcony and into one of the taller towers towards the center of the city. The tallest, in fact, the central pinnacle, above which is the massive flaming emblem in that constantly burns above the city in the shape of a phoenix. And in the large circular room that you will light upon, there is a orange sphere that appears to be feeding energy directly upward into the phoenix icon. He goes over to it. This device will let me stop the city in place.
Okay.
I cannot move it. Once I release it, it will begin to move along its normal track again, but Until that time, I can at least keep it here.
Okay. That's good then.
Would this be an acceptable spot? There is some disturbance on the surface when I activate this.
What kind of disturbance?
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
'Cause there
Can
is
you
a
It's
float
city.
really
it?
not that bad.
Can you float it over the mushroom lady and activate it over the mushroom lady?
No. Voice.
Why
There-
not?
This is the kind of
Yo-
disturbance that would cause massive damage to a city.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. No, such. It would be more of a. The damage is. It does cause damage, but it's in a small radius of about
Okay.
20 feet. Imagine casting Fireball upon the surface.
Okay.
If you have
We
seen
should
that.
find a 20-foot area where fireball would be okay
Well,
to cast.
Currently, the city is floating over Hayaba's harbor.
Yeah.
Actually,
Over the
still
ocean.
over the water.
Well,
And it's only
I mean-
briefly. After that, we are tethered.
Oh, okay, that's fine then.
Let me just Let me look at the direction of the sun. Make sure Hayaba doesn't get cast in shadow by a floating elven city.
Currently, the city is south of Hayaba,
Okay.
so it would be fine.
All
Due to
right.
Hayaba's position on the equator, the sun is usually like directly overhead for
Okay.
most of the year.
Okay. Yeah. I think this place should be good then. Since we're over the ocean.
He extends his hands to it. The flaming energy wraps around his fingers. And for a moment, he focuses and concentrates. And then there's a great wrenching feeling in the pit of your stomach as you feel yourself lurched over to the left. He also reacts in the same way, and a couple books fall off the shelves. You almost hear a screeching noise.
Hell yeah.
As the city comes to a complete stop. Follow me into my apartments.
I float after him.
He snaps. You cease floating.
Oh no.
He leads you down into a sumptuously appointed apartment marked with the phoenix emblem. There is also another issue you could potentially help me with. A more domestic one,
What's up?
if I may make a request. Let me show you. And he waves over to a large mirror that takes up a sizable portion of the wall. The mirror is about 10 feet wide by 6 feet tall. And in the mirror is your image and his and the rest of the room until he waves his fingers across it and it ripples like water until its image shifts. Ah, how convenient. We can see your friends. The rest of you have been led into the garden of several butterflies. And there are several types of butterflies fluttering through the garden.
There are at least
Yay.
several butterflies.
Nice.
It is very pretty. The butterflies are very used to interacting with people. They will just sort of land on you, resting before fluttering off again, and going off to one of the many types of flowers that are cultivated here.
Skull eats one.
What?
No.
I bet it doesn't taste good.
Nom 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 nom.
No.
So nice
Would not taste good.
butterflies.
No. You don't.
She didn't eat it.
My cat has just been running around the house loudly meowing while carrying a little mouse finger puppet in its mouth.
Oh,
I think he wants me to throw it.
that's precious. It's his baby.
I threw it.
You threw his baby.
Oh, he likes to play fetch.
The garden is quite beautiful. There are a couple of elves declaiming poetry in it to small audiences. Another rests gracefully next to a fountain and plays a lyre in time with the tinkling of the water from it.
Does one of them play a truther?
I'm sorry?
Nothing. It was a bad joke.
That's a really bad joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
I
Yeah.
finally realized what you said.
Go to jail.
An elf, a sentinel guard, walks up to you, grabs you under the arm, and leads you off to jail.
Jeez.
A cab.
Um,
Damn.
and
It turns out that's the one good cop. Getting rid of
No.
that terrible joke.
Hmm.
you as you are there are also a number of vendors around this garden. There are some open air like taverns and restaurants, wineries, and places that are serving food and drink. You do note that the elves here do appear to conjure most of their food. And as a result, can basically provide you anything that you'd like.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you presume. I don't know if you've ordered any of it.
Okay.
But the Elven cuisine themselves is very
Magic-y.
Elven cuisine is very dainty. You get a lot of individual leaves of plants with light drizzlings of sauces, perhaps with a berry. The occasional morsel of meat. They don't seem to eat a lot, generally. What are you doing?
I'm gonna find patisserie.
A patisserie.
Yes.
I'm gonna base jump off of the city.
But why, though?
It'll be fun.
You're in the interior of the city right now. You'd have to go all the way over to one of the edges.
Ugh, is that far away?
I mean, it's. I suppose it'd be only like a half a mile, but at most.
That's
Alright,
one
well,
way
so
to-
we saw the butterfly garden with Saheni.
That's one way to get rid of global Fignud and come Zanzibar. Global jumped off the Elven City.
Yeah.
We never
I'll
found the
just-
body.
Yeah, that's too bad. Now we have a new grand diplomat. His name is Bulpo Mutton. I continue. I'm slowly transitioning this tour that Sahenian is giving us through the place into just me going on a date with Sahenian. I'm very slyly asking him other places that he likes to go to. Maybe there's a place he'd like to go to next to get a nice meal. And then as night starts to fall, maybe they've got like a nice firefly place. And then at the end of it all, we're going to go to the edge of the city and base jump off of it. Maybe not that part, but
Yeah, he highly recommends against base jumping off the city. So, sure, roll to charm Sahenian.
what is that? Just a diplomacy roll or what?
I guess
Like-
that's just
Yeah, I
diplomacy.
think diplomacy
really.
is the closest.
Yeah.
They really need to add a charm skill.
It's a 40.
It's a 40. It's a good roll. Yeah, Sahenian is like getting lost in your eyes. Like every so often, he's still giving you all a tour, like showing different parts of the city. Oh, this is the Grand Library. This is the Market District. This is the thing. But increasingly, he seems to just be talking specifically to Golpo Fignuden.
You fool!
Doris,
What?
you hitting that?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, seems like you should.
Look, he's ripped. Well, actually, I can't tell. He's mostly in armor, but I'm going to find out.
I think he thinks you're dreamy.
Well, yeah, I know that. I'm very familiar with that process. I could definitely tell.
You inherently know that, actually.
I'm always confused about that. They can tell, though, if I try to use the detect desires thing on them, can't they? So
if they fail a will save, if you are specifically like rooting through their desires, if
But
you
you
just
just,
right.
like,
you
the
can detect surface
generic
desires with no
I can
problem.
get.
Yeah, and that's on like
Right.
all times, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's permanent.
Yeah.
Yep, and his surface desires, obviously he's not expecting anyone to be reading them, so they're not exactly hidden right now. And yeah, he's kind of into you.
Nice. All right. Well, what time is it? I want to get either dinner or lunch.
It's nearing lunchtime.
Great. I guess I'll go eat some leaves.
We have other foods as well, if you prefer something more terrestrial.
Leaves grow on the ground. They're
Well, yes.
pretty terrestrial.
No, I meant cuisine-wise. If you would prefer Hadanese cuisine, or
You know, I
didn't
have
tell me where
Hadanese
you were
cuisine
from.
all the time. I think I'm from Viven. I'm Vivenese.
I've never been to Viven.
It's wonderful. I assume that your city doesn't drift around there very frequently, considering it literally doesn't do that ever.
It only floats around here.
But I mean, if there was ever a time where we got the equivalent of shore leave, I suppose it'd be wonderful to try and visit.
Well,
We got a thing called spaghetti. It's really good.
We got pizza.
We got pizza. Oh, pizza. You would trip over pizza. Or maybe, I mean, I don't know. Like, you know what? I've changed my mind about the leaves. I actually want to have what you think is good.
okay. Well, I know a place that we all could go and eat. It's actually fairly nearby. This is a sort of eatery heavy area. Well, actually, I think I have shown a lot of people around a lot of the city at this
Hey,
point.
pal, let's go take a walk. Let's go check out what's over here.
Yeah, by all means, if you need me.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll catch you later.
We'll
Yeah,
catch up with you,
and as I
don't
said
worry.
before, any of the guards can help you.
And Akio doesn't go.
Akio comes with. Absolutely, he does.
Honestly, that would be the best fucking turn.
Whoa!
It's a real uncomfortable meal.
Nuva, are you still here? Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Are you get a
Oh,
third wheel?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm always about that life.
Sahenian takes your hand, Gadaris, and turns
Wow.
directly into Akio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hey, Akio.
Hi.
Yes, hello, Akio.
Hi.
I'm excited to have some leaves. Let's go.
All right. Let's go.
Yes, let's us together.
Hey.
Akio spends the entire lunch talking about his plans for Outer Heaven.
All right. So what I want to do is, first, I'm gonna put my base in the middle of the ocean. Now I anticipate you're going to ask me why. It's because there's no laws.
I wasn't.
Oh,
There's no laws. Oh,
I want to get away from that bullshit. Also, I want to be a pirate. Always wanted to be a pirate.
There are no laws until you create them for yourselves, which you inevitably probably will.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a don't kill Akio rule. It's my favorite rule.
Hmm.
it's been working for me so far.
You are served a number of berry pastes on fine golden leaves that taste vaguely sweet.
All right. Well, I think it's amazing, and by I think it's amazing, really, it's I've been to the dimension of pleasure and had the
Yeah,
the
actually, you've
finest and
had
most
this
amazing food.
you've had this in the Verdant Groves. It's called Emberill, and it's actually really good.
Oh, great!
Like what's
It's a nice
what's
snack. It's entirely insubstantial.
I see.
Well, fortunately, I don't actually need sustenance, so
Right.
Uh,
Akio might not find it the most.
what's it taste like? What's a real world equivalent?
Um,
like
Well,
a fruit snack, fruit by the
yeah,
foot.
it basically tastes like a fruit roll-up, kind of.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's good.
It's more like it's more like fruit preserves.
Oh,
On
but can I roll it up? Can I do tricks?
not really.
Food
It's
tricks?
a leaf.
Oh,
Well,
I was gonna.
hold on. Don't you can try and roll a performance here if you want.
Please
You know
don't.
what?
Sleight of hand your own food.
Akio's been a fun lad. He's a. 1 second. All right, go over to skills. Go over to where the fuck is performance? Is that a background skill?
It is a background skill, and you generally need to have it.
Fuck.
So
Roll it
Uh,
anyway. Why not?
All right. Here we go. Wait, where is it?
Basically, rolling a charisma check.
I will roll a charisma check anyways because I can't find it.
Okay.
you can try a sleight of hand, I guess. Like hide the. Hey, wow!
Check this shit out.
Huh. Okay. Akio, you
Hello.
take one of the leaves by its stem
Uh-huh.
and you
Just
Oh
trying to
no.
come up with a cool thing to do with a leaf.
Akio's charmed him now.
Looks like we've got a third.
You wanna fuck me?
because the leaf is fairly stiff,
Uh-huh.
you're able to sort of like flip it like a coin up through the air and into your mouth, and it lands in your mouth with a satisfying crunch as you bite into it.
Hell yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, I made that up on
At
the
that point,
spot.
you fall over on your chair as the entire city stops moving.
Oh god.
Wow, that was one hell of a trick.
How did you do that? We stopped. Wait, that was clearly not you. Don't answer that question. Forget I said that. Ask that.
Oh my god.
I'm cool and smart.
Oh my god.
I would never make that mistake.
Meanwhile, Kasumi and Pao, you went elsewhere.
Is
Yeah.
Pascal with them
It's
too?
time to steal everything from
Cal
the
is
vault.
probably hanging on.
Oh yeah.
Um,
What about Shinichi and Mino?
We're going. They're just sitting. They're standing blankly.
No.
They pull out
Um,
like an Uno deck.
The guard.
They just like sigh wistfully. It looks like we're doing this again.
Mino is doing her thing, which is typically making sure that Kasumi is never out of her eye shot. In continuing to be a bodyguard for her.
That's funny.
I feel like the guard would just look at Mino, and Mino's just like not actually breathing. Maybe frozen.
She falls over. It's just a cardboard cutout. Whoa.
Yes, and she springs for a hiding spot. Aha! Got you. You cannot take on the general, ex-general. Whatever.
Yeah. So, anyways, Pao and Kasumi, and I guess Pascal. In other words, do you want to? Hey, Pao, do you want to go? I don't know, go shopping. I guess.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Is that an option?
What if you could get like magical, like high elven wrist, like hand wraps for punching?
Yeah, actually, that sounds great.
Ancient high elven punching wraps.
Whoa.
Do they
Right.
have those?
I don't know. I don't
Who
know what
knows?
they have.
I suppose I don't either. I really should be exploring the market at
Yeah, it's
some
so
point
you can
to-
make business. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking about seeing if they had like a library or a artificer or someone. Though,
Yes.
well, not to shop, to see if they could tell me more about my ring here.
Oh. That's probably a good idea. They got a handle on magic up here, I'd imagine.
We're literally floating 1,000 feet above the surface.
Yeah.
But do they have a handle on this, or are they just along? For
I
the
mean,
ride?
I guess from what I know, they have no idea what they're doing. So
Wow.
with the city, so it's just like they're coasting on what the elves of the past did. From what I've
So maybe they suck at magic.
Oh, Pascal stops speaking as he notes that a few elves have just turned towards him and are just staring daggers at him.
I turn and walk away, acting like I don't know him.
But yeah, let's go shopping.
Cool.
Where that tailor was supposed to be, right? Not that I think I really need it. I think this is fine. Hard to breathe, but fine. You enter into the market district. And as Sahenian pointed out, it's not like stalls. The towers here, the rounded bases of them, are instead open into little shops that you can enter into. There's no like open air marketplace. This is more of a established stores, as makes sense since the elves that are here tend to be here for a very long time, so their establishments tend to remain in place for extended periods. You see all manner of stores with strange esoteric knickknacks in the windows, sparkling wind chimes and spinning orreries, and all manner of signs telling you what they are. Unfortunately, they're all in Elven.
Ah, heck.
So what would you like to just try out one at random?
Yeah, let's take a look at what they got going on.
Okay. You strolling along, you pick out a store sort of randomly. This one with a sort of darkened glass window with a golden eye painted onto it, or perhaps into it. And you enter in through the open doors and find yourselves, the light immediately darkens in here to a sort of a much softer, a dimmer light. You are surrounded by scrolls and books in massive stacks. Bookshelves up to the ceiling, which is quite high, and utterly festooned with pages and papers. And as you enter, the door doesn't open, obviously. It was already open. But as you pass through the passage, a little bell above it rings as each of you pass through. And there is a sort of explosion of papers from the far end of the chamber. And out from behind a bookshelf pops an elf, perhaps predictably.
I was gonna say an elf, perhaps.
No, an elf.
It's
A
actually 3
dark-skinned
goblins.
elven woman with small, little half-moon glasses perched on her nose. Looks out at you and goes, oh, you must be from the Surface Landers. That is today. That is today. Oh boy. Welcome to my store. I am. Oh my. I'll be honest. I was not necessarily expecting visit. I am Valine. I am. I suppose I am the archivist of the Crystal Archive now, but this is also my store, and really my primary responsibility at this time. Hello! Nice to meet you all.
Hello, what do you sell?
Knowledge. I set all manner of knowledge, the likes of which are, I was going to say the likes of which are unknown, but that's obviously
A misnomer.
counterintuitive. I'm sorry, my facility with Hadanese is not necessarily perfect. But yes, I sell books and scrolls and information, and on all manner of subjects.
Ooh, okay, cool. Do
You don't necessarily look like wizards, but that does not stop one from having a scholarly pursuit in life.
Does the Great Zanzibar enter in behind?
Oh god.
Oh no, he's
Yeah,
too busy. Oh wait, that's Zanzibar. Okay.
Yeah, real Zanzibar. Well, you know.
Quote,
great-
unquote.
Yeah.
The Great Zanzibar is currently in. The Great Zanzibar has really taken to the butterfly garden. She just loves it there. Actually, Shunichi is as well. If you're wondering where Shunichi is,
Yeah, that seems
he
right.
decided to settle down into it, and
I
take
do
a-
like picturing those two together in a butterfly room. It seems interesting.
Yeah, you checked because Shunichi, if he wants to be, can be entirely still. Shunichi is just when you left, Shunichi was just utterly covered in butterflies.
Well, okay. Do you? All right. One, for this guy here, do you have any text on like martial arts?
Martial arts. What kind?
Pal,
Yeah?
what kind of martial arts do you want to learn?
I
All
don't
of them.
know. What?
Wait. Do you have any text on ancient High Elven martial arts?
Follow me, please.
Huh?
She leads you deeper into this overgrown archive. It's almost as if it's almost as if all these papers had been thrown here. I apologize for the mess. Recently, we had a bit of a issue with overflow storage from several buildings on the far side of the city, and as a result, I am providing additional storage space, really more than I can afford to. But unfortunately, there wasn't many places to put them. Oh, excuse me.
What's gonna happen to all these books when the city stops?
I'm sorry.
What?
What's gonna happen to all these books when the city stops? Hello?
So might be a good question. So Pau, she leads you deeper into the archive.
Mhm.
So, how are you enjoying your stay in Ambrilia, city of the wings of the phoenix?
I mean, so far it's very nice.
Oh,
Pretty.
I'm so glad. And really, I'm so glad that that the Archon has invited you up here. It's not a common, I don't want to call it an honor. That's so pretentious. But it's not common for people from the surface to visit. It really is a treat. Oh, here we go.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Are these texts predominantly in Elven? Because neither of us read it. Is the problem.
Ah,
That maybe my companion had not thought about.
Can I get a How to Learn Elven in 3 Easy Steps book?
Yeah, you have that. In Elven, I'll say I can speak it just fine, but the reading part, not so good.
I see.
Yeah.
I understand. And she narrows her eyes. Is that a tongues spell? It seems so natural.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so.
Curious.
Business. That's a private thing you're asking, buddy.
Forgive me, that was intrusive.
Oh,
I'm not here.
That's a fine question.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Wait.
you didn't hear it because I'm not here.
Wait,
What?
how did you learn to speak all languages?
You can speak all languages?
So far, yeah.
Weird monk.
Wait, you can speak all languages?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that. I didn't know
Oh,
that.
really? I guess I haven't tested it out on every language ever yet. But so far, I Skitterkin.
Can you
Elvin.
never go to... Hey, I have a question.
Mhm.
Can you go to zoos?
What do you,
Without, like, is that just like a cacophony of conversation?
I mean, I can't.
It's not speak
yes?
with animals.
Well,
Today I learned animals
Is it
don't
with
have
animals?
languages.
I think. Let me. I can speak with any living creature, as if under a permanent tongue's
Speak
effect.
with
So I
animals.
guess the extent to which. Okay. I need to put this ice cream in the freezer. I'll be right back.
That's very good.
Sorry. What is this? Oh my god.
Isn't that like some sort of the lore of the Jetsons that
Yeah.
like the surface of Earth is just completely
They never
fucked
went.
up?
Yeah, so that crossover where they supposedly went back in time was just them going to the ground.
Ew, I don't like that idea. It's weird.
Yep.
Anyway,
At least to a really good comic book where Fred is telling Barney, like, hey, Barney, you remember that war? And I'm like, oh, it's real good. Anyways, we killed the entire race, Fred. Anyways, let's keep going.
so what are we up to? My brain. Yes.
Yeah, I'm doing that
Um,
cool cigarette trick from Hellraiser 1.
So, unfortunately, yes, essentially all of our texts. Excuse me. All of our texts are in Elven, but I happen to be a bit of a hobbyist artificer, and I think I might have something that can assist.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she strolls back to the back of the room, and she comes back and hands you a pair of half moon spectacles that match her own.
Oh,
These should allow for a visual equivalent of whatever it is that your uh, powers allow for your mouth and ears.
What? Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
Try putting them on.
I put them on.
All right.
I look really cute.
Yes.
Dog with glasses. That's really
Dog
cute.
with glasses.
And as you put them on, and Aline hands you a piece of parchment, and on it is written flowing elven runes that you have no idea what they mean. But as you look at them through the glass of the glasses, you note that they actually render themselves differently. As you look above the glasses, they look in the normal, completely incomprehensible, beautiful but bizarre shapes. But through the glasses, they look like they're written to you in whatever your base language is. So I guess for you that'd be trade speech.
Dope.
Allowing
So
you to read it.
Is it a scroll about kung fu? Do I know kung fu now?
This scroll is actually a recipe for that elven meal that I talked about before.
Oh,
But does it work?
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
excellent. They'd only
incredible.
worked for me before.
Oh.
I'm so pleased. Well, yes. Well, then with those, you could potentially read. And she puts her hands on the side of a bookshelf, and on rollers moves it off to the side, revealing another bookshelf behind it, littered with scrolls. You could potentially read these.
Oof.
These are the teachings of San Kalan, the ancient elven martial art of self-defense.
What does it consist of?
Cool.
You start hitting yourself.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's
It's self offense.
yeah, I was gonna say that's self offense.
Stupid. That's dumb.
You're welcome. I'm pretty
Oh.
Um,
Sorry.
What did I call it? Cal.
Sun Kalam.
San Kalan. Yep. There we go.
Column.
And through the glasses, you're able to read the sort of the first scroll that you open, which is writing about the nature of the art, which is essentially remaining still and then reacting like to a attack, essentially to be like a perfectly still snake that strikes out from its coiled position, or as serene as a mountain before an avalanche, as calm as the sea before a storm. Basically, what it boils down to is not moving until your opponent has overextended himself and then punching him really hard in the face.
Oh, quite the difficult martial art.
So it's essentially all counter strikes.
Cool. Man, reading is cool.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Okay, all right.
Sim, you gotta try these things. I look up at you and I've got like the Coke bottle glasses eyes kind of situation going on.
Oh,
My eyes are huge.
You're adorable, you little
Yeah, try
idiot. Okay, yeah, I'll try them on. Well, first, I guess I should try them on to make sure they work. Can I see them?
Yeah.
Cool. I put them on. Can I read it?
Yes.
So you just wait until they punch you, and then you punch them back?
I mean, yeah.
I guess that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a book on, like, not like magically conjuring water, but like controlling water, or like any element, or even like a non-element, like is there like any like controlling
I have many
stuff?
tomes in elementalist magic.
Not sure. Okay, so background. You might want to. Have you heard about kineticists?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I
anyone-
can't say that I've personally made a study of them, but yes, I have been informed about this new phenomena. Are you one?
Yeah.
Oh my. If I could, oh, this would sound terribly forward, but I'd love to observe some of your talents and
Yeah.
record them if you would allow me to.
Sure.
Then you blast her.
I mean, we could go out into the plaza outside. That'd probably be best.
Oh, right now? Well, I didn't think it would be right now. Uh, don't tell anyone, but I think our city might be here for an extended period.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm actually building a monastery in the mountains here, where
Oh.
I will be teaching people how to do this stuff. And you know,
My,
it
the
would
research
be-
opportunities to see a new art born in front of my very eyes. You must let me record it. I'm sorry. I know this is a tremendous ask, but
I I was just gonna continue like with her rambling as I'm like trying to say that's exactly what I was gonna ask.
oh, well,
Like, if you
Then
want-
yes, of course. Or rather, please, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, and this will be a perfect opportunity to practice my Havanese. Oh, but on my books. Well, I suppose I'm not really the chief archivist of the Crystal Archive anymore, or really never was. But, oh,
You mentioned
right.
that before. What is that?
The Crystal Archive was one of the wonders of Amberiliath. It was a place where recordings of people's speech from ages past, elven scholars, were recorded into crystalline structures so that their knowledge could be preserved and listened to in the future by future generations. Frankly, rather forward thinking at the time, considering that most elven scholars, when it was constructed, believed themselves to be wholly immortal, and in fact were, and never expected to have a cause that they might need to have something else repeat their thoughts for them, rather than just doing it themselves. Unfortunately, as history turned out, that was not the case, and when they all turned to dust, our only records of them, of their voices, was in the archive. I believe maybe 2 of the other cities have such things. Oh,
Huh.
no. 1. Excuse me. Well, 2 did. 1 still exists, as far as I know.
Did something happen here?
Well, the other Crystal Archive, I believe it was in Lauhiliath, was destroyed by the forces of Xerxes about 400 years ago, when he overran the city's defenses while it was still stuck and stricken on the planet's surface. Oh, you meant Amberiliath's crystal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Recently, our city was attacked by forces that we never expected to be a threat. You have to understand, when our people took to the air once more, it was like our empire had been reborn once again, and we were once again the great and powerful elves of old who looked down upon the surface and could simply ignore or dictate things as we pleased. We were inviolable, unassailable, impregnable. Except we were not. As any defense, as it turns out, can be overcome by a sufficient force. And that sufficient force recently arrived in Amberelli. Oh! The room lurches forward. Most of the scrolls occupying the shelves on your left side go flying off, and you are rapidly buried underneath a deluge of paper
Well.
and trinkets. As the city
Oh my
stops.
god, they're
Wow.
dead.
Yep. Rip.
A pool of blood slowly starts to form in the papers.
Oh man.
Actually, apparently there were actually some heavy things, but none of them hit you. So what's funny, Rita, is that both you and Pascal have the bodyguard feat. One would presume that one of you would try to go for the other, and I'm just trying to figure out how that would end up working. Or maybe you went for Kasumi and he went after you.
It's like that butter side toast on the back of a cat thing. You know, you drop one and the cat wants to land on its feet. It just keeps spinning. That's
Yeah. When the two of you are close to each other, you're invulnerable.
Man,
'Cause
that's what love's all about.
The combat action can't
Aw.
resolve because you just hot potato it back and forth.
Unfortunately, there is a limit.
As the blade, as the blade approaches Pow, like Pascal swaps in front of her, but then Pow swaps in front of Pascal, and then like as the blade gets closer, that just starts happening faster and faster and faster as a source of like infinite energy.
Unfortunately, that is limited by the number of attacks of opportunity one has every turn.
Got a lot of them.
Damn it.
Hey,
Yeah, so Alina can do that a ton. Pascal can only do it once.
Are we crashing? Are we dying? Are we about to die?
Yes.
This is normal.
Valine pops up from beneath the papers. Her glasses somewhat askew. It's not normal, but it's not abnormal. I know what just happened. I just wasn't expecting it. Typically, there's a warning. I will have to alert the Archon of my displeasure that there was not this time. I suspect that he may have been showing off for his guests. But the city
And the other?
was just stopped. Its movement was arrested. What you just felt was your forward momentum continuing as your environs ceased to do so. Typically, I would have had all the shells chained up, but honestly, they're so overstuffed, I don't think that I could do so. Yeah, you're all right, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, it's mostly just papers and scrolls that fell on me.
Quite. Oh, this is going to be such a miserable time reorganizing. I apologize, but I dare say that I will be in a bit of a spot trying to provide you any other materials for sale, given that I now have no idea where any of it is.
I think there'd be some sort of system like alert the citizens of the city that they're about to halt movement.
They're supposed to be. That's
Oh.
what she said.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll just cast the magic cleanup spell.
Magic clean spell.
Well,
It's like, oh, actually, yeah, like Merlin in Sword and
Exactly.
Stone.
Enchant your brooms to do it. Clean up, everybody do share.
That too.
That's the incantation.
If all these excess papers.
You should just
So,
give them.
Valine says, still buried in paper, if you're building a monastery, would you be open to having an archive there?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
As I said, the papers in here are excess. Can't be. We don't. There is no room for them in the actual library of Amberilius. So I don't see why we can't move them to the surface. Well, there's probably going to be some issues with some people, but I don't think it would be an issue. Too much of one. After all, these are my property now, essentially.
Are you guys moving to Surugu?
No, not per se.
We're moving
More like-
above
more like-
Surugu.
Like asking to stay on your couch for a bit.
We're not in Surugu because we're not on the surface. We're merely above
God.
Surugu.
I got a 24 on the sense motive. Are they moving in?
Well, he's saying that they're going to be floating.
Strictly
above
speaking, no.
Are they now living above Sarugu?
They are essentially moving into the same apartment building in the apartment above you.
Oh boy.
Okay, well, yeah, you're welcome to build an archive at my monastery.
Wonderful.
You know, if we go out to the, you know, if we can see over the side somewhere, I could probably point to where it's being built.
Oh, yes. To be honest, I hadn't looked out over Sarugu yet. I'd been so busy trying to organize things in here.
Well,
I
don't
am
think it's
terribly
gonna-
sorry that I can't provide more immediate books and knowledge to you now, but feel free to keep that scroll and as well as the spectacles.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thanks for showing us around, and yeah, like, if you ever want to come on down, I mean, our palace is in Kamako. I'm sure we could arrange for people to guide you there. And you're,
Palace
I'm
is in
sorry,
Shirado.
Shirot. Oh my god. Well,
Oh,
it,
A
yeah,
palace.
it's in
That
Shirado.
sounds lovely.
Yeah, we got a hot spring, and we got a big rat.
We got a big rat.
Come on down to
You need
Saruga.
to meet the rat people.
Gotta
Sure
go to
you'll
that
love-
one hotel hub with the.
we
We got
got the-
great gyms.
We've
Look
got
at this.
come to Sarugu. We've got the sky people. We've got the rat people from underground.
We got the
Yeah,
underground
okay.
people, and we got the sky people, and we got just the regular ground people.
We got volcano witches. We got
We got
Yeah,
hot dog. We got fire lizard.
we
Do
got
you
talking
need wood?
babies.
We got so much wood.
Yep. We got out of heaven. Got check that shit out.
Well, I'm still curious about what the actual status of Outer Heaven is, but beyond just like 5 dudes.
That's all you need. 5 dudes.
It's expanding. Yeah, 5 dudes. It's the first 5 guys. Come back. Come back for a burger. Already had sex. I don't know what it is yet. Yeah. Come down. Come on down.
It was a pleasure meeting you all. Truly, this was. I think this it almost feels destined to me.
Your name?
I am Valine.
Valine. Okay, I'm Kasumi, and this is Pao.
Oh, I'm such a
Sorry.
terrible person. I didn't
no.
ask you your name at all.
No.
I mean, we didn't
Yeah.
ask either.
Dungeon for him.
Her.
For her.
Your own dicks.
So, Kasumi and Paulina. I'm sorry, Kasumi sounds like a Hadanese name, but Paulina seems distinctly not.
I'm from Viven.
I mean, we both kind of grew up in Viven.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, another immigrant in your band will hardly make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, though, I have nothing against immigrants. If anybody did, I probably wouldn't want to talk to them because it seems very arbitrary to hate people about.
A most excellent way to be, I think. One
Oh,
that should
right.
be shared
It's-
by more people.
Here in the Sal's Pathfinder game, we say no to racism.
I forgot
Okay.
while we were talking about everything Saruga had. We forgot about the metal people. Shaking my damn head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
got
all
metal-
kinds of people.
We got the metal people. We got the sky people. We got the underground people. Regular people. Regular
Sure, they'll
ground
all
people.
get along
Regular people.
We got
Mm.
we got
and the normal
Wow.
Hey,
Say
can
it
we,
like,
That's what we refer to as boring people.
We also have the portal to the pleasure dimension.
Oh yeah. You should
we
go
get
to the
right
right.
our
They
own-
got the greatest chicken there.
G.I. Joe theme based around the land, sea, and air aspect of us having citizens on and land and sea and air?
What?
We have citizens in the air, elves, citizens on and underland, Skitterkin and humans and etc. And well, we don't have the sea yet. We need to get an enclave of Gilman.
I'm down for this. I love the Gilman.
Who knows? You might have one already. Just don't know about it.
True.
There are
Is
Gilmen living in Surugu. They're just not like tremendous numbers of them.
What about that one Gilman Kasumi man in Viven?
He lives in Viven.
Yeah.
Howdy, I'm a Gilman. I live in Viven.
Yeah, told him he could come hang out though.
I have zero
Yeah.
plans to come to Surugu. I live in Viven.
I live in Viven, where my job is and all my family lives, and I am not going to a war zone.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop kidnapping me! I'm not gonna go to Viven. I mean, whatever.
Oh yeah. So that family didn't take up my offer.
No.
As of right now, they have not.
Damn.
Um,
Why am I laughing? Yo, that's a.
is there anything else I can help you with? You've truly helped me with so much already today.
That's fine for right now. I think this will be good.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
If since you are apparently looking for dissertations on elements and their use, I would recommend you visit the Grand Library. The librarian there is, well, quite encyclopedic in their knowledge of what lies within. Powerful wizard.
Oh.
I mean, I'm a wizard as well, but not nearly at the skill of them.
We did want to, talk to a Wait, you said you were an artificer, right? Didn't you?
I am, to a certain extent.
Would you be
I
able?
can't say that I'm a professional, but I do hobby. I made those.
Would you be able to look at this ring? That
You just grab Pascal's
Yeah.
hand and shove it into.
Swoop.
Oh, what a unique looking little ring. It has a little doggy face. Oh, it's so adorable. Oh, it looks sad.
Yeah.
Is there a particular story behind this? Oh,
Yeah.
she looks at you and looks at Pascal. Are you two? Is this a?
No.
No.
No, it's
No, it's not that. Oh.
kind of sadder than that actually. It's kind of a bummer of a ring.
Bummer of a ring.
It's a bummer of a ring. It's stuck on him.
Oh.
And
Well, I have some
Cheers.
lamp oil and maybe
It's like
some
magic.
butter.
It's
Some
like magically stuck on him.
Oh.
Salve of slipperiness.
And it also
We could heat up the ring. It would just
no. Okay, we're
magically
gonna
magic.
go. We'll talk to the
No.
librarian, I think.
Please, I'm fascinated.
Well,
Please continue. I pray you.
It has an angel stuck in it.
And
An outsider of 10 cat
oh,
was trapped in it for reasons by magical means.
what sort of magical means
Very powerful ones
that?
that are completely out of our power. So, yeah, we want like a professional's opinion on what to do about it.
May I?
You may.
Do what?
Examine the ring.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Pascal should be the one to answer that question. He's just silently standing there.
I mean, I'm on the same page as you, so
Yeah. Just be careful with it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it has a ring, a angel in it. So, am I to gather that you wish to release the angel from it? She casts a spell, and her eyes begin to glow blue as she begins to examine it more closely.
Yeah.
It is definitely powerful. Well, no, it's not. This is a ring of sustenance.
Yep.
This is a very mundane ring as far as magical rings go. But
You're rude.
who said that?
Bat Bear?
I'm not rude. I'm forthright.
I can't believe Bat Bear disappeared.
That bear's pressed up against the window
Yeah,
to the
press
shop.
against the window. You just said that.
That's rude.
She looks more closely into the ring. Well, no, I suppose this isn't just a ring of sustenance. This has been altered. As you said, you did say that powerful magic had sealed an angel inside of it. I wonder if it could. And suddenly her eyes
Uh-oh.
flash gold.
Okay.
And from her lips is a voice that you have heard before,
Oh.
Yeah.
but it is not her.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
As she belts out, Paulina Khalil,
Yeah. Hi again.
Pascal Fatazo. I remember you less, though I feel a certain closeness to you now. I think it may be physical, judging by what I'm looking at.
Is it okay for you to be doing this?
Probably.
Okay.
She contacted me. Not my fault. And speaking to you is difficult.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
But rejoice!
Yo!
Oh.
I am more focused than I were before.
Yeah, you seem lucid.
Yes, I will not repeat the same conversation over and over again ad nauseum.
That's a relief.
I remember that.
I hope I wasn't too tedious last
No.
time we spoke.
No, of course not.
Paulina Khalil,
Yep.
I am entrapped upon this ring.
Yes.
But this need not be necessarily
Yeah?
a bane to the efforts of Atan Ket upon this world. For now, as I am bound up in this ring, so too am I bound to Logos itself,
Okay.
though I may only act through the ring's bearers.
Oh, okay.
As I continue to recollect myself, I am reassembling my might and power. And recently, I had a bit of an influx of energy. I don't know where that came from.
Ah.
Just suddenly got like a shock to the system. It was actually pretty refreshing. But, be that as it may, rejoice too, Paulina Khalil.
Yeah,
For
I'm
your
rejoicing.
situation is unique.
Yep. Certainly is.
Yes. For though you do not bear the ring, you as first to contact me shall receive my power.
Okay.
Aw, shucks.
Oh.
Yes. Fear not, Pascal Fatazo, for this power is ample enough to share.
Ugh.
What?
I don't know. Something about the word ample.
What's wrong with the word ample?
I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with the word ample. It just means there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Why am I arguing with you? You're not in this scene.
No, I'm not.
Isn't he?
I'm not. Bad things happen when I'm in the scene. Anyways, I'm sorry.
Or you, Paulina Khalil.
Paulina Khalil.
The power to smite and destroy and banish the enemies of Atanket shall be yours in time
Okay.
as I reattain my former might. For you, Pascal Fatazo, this ring of sustenance shall be a ring of sustained gains,
True
and your
power.
strength
What?
shall be used to support Paulina Khalil. So have I spoken. So shall it be. You, Paulina Khalil,
Yep.
are my emissary upon this world.
Okay.
And through me, Atanket, and through you shall he speak.
That would be an honor.
Your island chain shall be saved from the predations
Oh.
of Polonius yet.
Oh. Okay.
You seem pensive.
Yeah, a little about that. Kind of have a deal figured out with him.
Fear not. One God
Uh,
can outweigh another,
Guardian, love you.
while you still maintain the letter of your agreement.
okay, that's actually very reassuring. Wouldn't want to cause
I am
trouble.
not going to instruct you to begin a crusade. Don't worry
Okay,
about that.
yeah,
That's
okay,
not my plan.
thanks. That's yeah,
No, that'd just be honestly. I find that distasteful.
yeah.
But we shall, through striving, save the souls from Polonius's predations
That sounds good.
and bring them into the bosom
Oh,
of the iron-bodied.
hell yeah.
Maybe Silva. I'm really kind of, and she
Yeah.
sort of does the wavy hand motion with him. It's very much a lot of navel gazing in that religion, but
It is pretty
still,
navel gazing, but it seems harmless.
yes, better
Seems
than the
good.
other, certainly.
Yeah, seems positive.
Yes, not second best scenario, but obviously souls shall be guided, and you shall be the earthly guide until such time as I may be removed from upon that finger. When I have attained my full strength and may be passed on to another.
Okay.
Here now,
Oh yeah.
Carolina Khalil.
Paulina Khalil,
Yep. I'm still
my
listening.
second instruction
Oh, okay.
regarding my eventual freedom that I will seek, as it is my nature.
Okay.
When the bearer of the ring, through strength of arm, is able to rend apart the ring itself.
What?
When the
Okay.
worshipper of Atanket who's wearing the ring is able to break the ring,
No, I got that. With
Oh,
okay. Yeah, no, yeah. Sorry.
the artifact will be shattered and I will be free.
Okay. Is that a okay.
Well, obviously, but for the time being, this is a good thing that I'm actually here, so that would
Yeah.
probably be far off in the future. You don't have to worry about that, but I am giving you the information now so that you know
see.
and can pass it down until future generations
Oh.
might see fit to release me. I suspect that when I am released, I will be on Logus for a short period, so that might actually be like a good sort of
I mean-
Godzilla threshold thing.
Wait, what? Isn't it stuck on his hand though?
Oh, yes, but that's really just because I'm feeding off his soul right now.
What?
But,
See
yes,
ya.
that's yes, my connection is growing fainter. I am retreating. Alina Khalil, Pascal Fatazo, I shall speak with you again.
Alright. Pascal, is your soul feeling particularly fed upon?
I mean, I'm feeling fine, so
Okay.
I kind of trust Amuntha to
I mean,
not
yeah.
eat my soul. Maybe it's just
Yeah.
a little nibble, like how
That's weird.
you got a berry bush and it produces berries, and you just eat one berry at a
Oh,
time and it produces berries all.
maybe it's like how the berry bush feeds off of the sun. It's not actually taking anything from the sun, but it is
Right.
being sustained by the sun.
Yeah, that
Your,
makes sense.
your soul is the sun.
Ah,
Yeah.
that actually sounds nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Also,
hope
what
it
was
works
that
that
about
way.
gains?
I'm not actually sure what that meant.
Farlene is looking at the two of you.
Sustained gains. Oh, sorry.
What
Were
happened?
you here for that? No, okay.
Um, and with that, with
With that, can we cut back to Sada and find out what the mirror is as our cliffhanger?
yes.
Yes.
So, Paulina, Kasumi, Pascal, leave Valine's store. Begin looking back to the garden of butterflies. Sahenian, excuse me, and Gadars and Akio also leave the restaurant and begin walking back to reunite with their group. And as they do so, they find that the Garden of Butterflies is occupied by quite a few more elves now. A few hundred.
100? Wow, that's more else than I thought.
Elves wearing crimson robes,
Oh,
clearly
evil elves.
agitated.
Oh, because all their shit got ruined because they didn't get the PSA.
And before them is an elf conducting a clearly very vivacious speech, shouting out over the throng, occasionally being answered to them as he holds up a fist, the flesh of which in the past has clearly been severely burned. In the tower, the Archon and Sada look upon the mirror to see this gathered throng led by their leader as your friends begin to file back into the garden. The Archon gestures at them and goes, "Behold, the sun, elves." And with that, we will adjourn.
Those elves were butterflies earlier. It was.
Whoa.
They were
What a
hidden.
twist.
Damn.
I should have, if only I had been allowed to steal all butterflies.